Hey, that's me, No Scope Chicken. I'm taking on the SiteB SMP server, and welcome back to another episode. Hello, welcome back. My name is No Scope Chicken, and this is the SiteB SMP server. And today we are in the Nether, looking for some upgrades to our tools and armor, and that, of course, being Netherite. And I have a concern here, and I've been told by some of the other server members that this may be a pretty difficult task for me. Uh, with the reason being that we have a world border of 10,000 by 10,000 in the overworld, and just like normal um, dimension. So that means our world border here is shorter than that. I believe it's about 3,000 by 3,000, and we have like 100 members, like active members, and they've been here longer than me. So that means they've been searching for netherite longer than me, and it might become pretty difficult to try and find what we're actually looking for. So all I can do here is hope and pray, and I truly am doing exactly that, because if we get down here, and I'm pretty sure the best Y level for us will be Y15. So if we're gonna get down here and just see like everything already strip mined or blown up by beds, whatever the method is that these guys used at the time, then it's going to be pretty tough for us to find anything at all. But we're gonna have to do it. Same way we went to the end with the damn flying machine to get it done. We'll have to do it this way. So let's get ourselves onto the corner of a chunk. So right here. Right here, perfect. Now if we strip mine at Y15, Alright. And I know that seems like a good start, but I'm not delusional, and I know I need a bunch more. Wait, why can't I place any blocks here? Oh, Jesus, almost killed myself. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's not going to be a direction we can go in. It seemed like when we came down here, there was a lot of lava, so I should have known that this was going to be a pretty bad spot. And I forget what the command is. Show chunks. I don't remember. Could look it up afterwards, but I know that if you go onto the corner of chunks, it seems like the rates are better, or at least that's what I was told back in the day. So this is the method that we'll be using. Oh, this blackstone. I was gonna say again. All right, here we go. F3 plus G. Here we go. So now we can see the actual chunks. And from what I was told, I have no idea. This might just be absolute bullshit, but I was told if you mine along the chunks here that the ancient debris has a higher chance of spawning. So this is kind of what I've always done, to be honest. I have no idea if there's any validity to it or not. But we're gonna keep on chugging along. And last episode was super amazing, and since then I made a few changes to the creeper farm. So the creeper farm, it looked like that the fire place that we put down, the campfire, some of the light was leaking into the spawning platform, so it was slowing down the spawns for like one of the like little corners of the spawning platform. So that was slowing it down. When I had Skystormer here, he mentioned how the creepers seem to be moving pretty slowly through the water, so he suggested putting ice down, which I didn't end up doing. But I did notice that because we put the beacon down and we now have speed on it, they're like zooming through that water. And then also, if you remember from some of the clips from before, the creepers would get stuck on the ledge, falling into the actual fire pit itself. So I put down stairs the same way that we put down stairs in like the iron golem farm, so that way they can just fall straight in and don't get stuck on the edge. So that helped improve the rates a bit. Oh, I thought that was extra. Damn. I guess not. So yeah, creeper farm is actually running quite a bit better now with those changes. I mean, about like a quarter of it was getting blocked by just that light itself. So that was an actual real problem that we had. Some mo. Oh, this one's got 3. This one's got 3. Alright, so we are back, and we got our ancient debris. We smelted up into these scraps here. So we got 25, but I smelted the 24 because you need an even number. So how many does this make us? Oh, that only makes us 6. Oh shoot, that's not even quite... Well, I mean, pretty much is enough, if we're being honest. I could do with 1 or 2 more, but there's a step to this that I had completely forgotten about, and we are going to need the upgrade totems or templates, whatever they're called. I completely forgot that this was a part of the process now. This is my first time actually having to use these templates. When I was talking to Skystormer the other night, since our nether's so small, like I was just explaining earlier, and there's only a certain amount of bastions, all the upgrade templates have been taken out. Like there's no more that exist on the server. So what I'll have to do is I'll just have to borrow one off of someone, and from what I understand, everyone's willing to kind of share. But we need diamonds in order to duplicate it, and we have no diamonds because we lost it to the land shark at the casino. What a great guy he is, the land shark. Gotta love him. So we have to do 2 things in order to actually get netherite gear. We need to borrow a template from someone, and we need to get diamonds to actually duplicate the template. So let's try and see if we can get a template off of somebody, and then we'll go for a mining trip. Hello.
It's in there. Take it out.
All right, let me craft the table. All right, thank you for letting me use this.
From this spawn.
So we need to make 6, right?
Do you have nether? Nether?
Oh wait, hold on. I'm doing
Netherite.
the wrong thing. Six. There we go. Thank you so much. All right, great. Let's throw it on. Boom. Hell yeah, dude. We're upgrading quickly around here. Yeah, this is great. This is good. So now we're like super strong. I think we have like extra resistance to fire damage, I believe. We just need 2 more pieces, honestly. Maybe 3 if we want to do this fortune pickaxe, but we're pretty much fully kitted in netherite, so excited for that. Finally, we got our netherite here, full tools, full armor, and we've got a bunch of farms. We made the witch farm last episode. We got our beacon set up. Everything is coming together, and finally we're getting closer to actually starting to build our city here. There's a few more farms that we need to make, and I do understand that with the city that we're trying to make here, we're going to need a lot of mangrove trees. Just the block works really well with the style that we're trying to build here. So I grabbed about this much. Where is it? Right here. About a row and a half. I just went out to the forest, and it took me like an hour. And that's how much time it took me to get all the netherite scrap. So this is pretty slow. So we definitely are going to have to make a mangrove tree farm. And in order to make that, we are going to need bone meal and lots of bone meal. So that's going to be our next project here that we're going to make, is a bone meal farm. But before we start that, I also know that we are going to need lots of bamboo. So in there, just break this block. We have a little bamboo farm, and it's actually set up the exact same way this sugarcane farm is set up. You just have the observer, and once the block grows in front of it, the piston will shoot. And this side I didn't even use observers because we have the observers from the sugarcane. So, and it just gets collected right in this little area right here. So you have a little minecart going back and forth, and whenever it gets filled up, it just starts to unload the blocks into here. So we already got a stack or a chest and a half, so that's great. And then the farms that we have built previously, they've been collecting me a bunch of items. And then also we made this quick little sheep farm. I feel sad because I can kind of see them. Maybe I should, I mean, look at my back window is just straight to naked sheep. So we've been getting a bunch of items. Got a bunch of items here, and then this is actually like full, I think. Almost full, so we're gonna have to make some more chests. So I told you this thing is tiny, but if you just like let it run, it will stack up blocks for you. And like I said, I don't have crazy plans for cactus, so this will be plenty forever. The witch farm has been producing a ton. The creeper farm has been alright. I'm gonna make more layers. So we got like 2.5 rows of gunpowder, and then to show you some of the items that we got from the farm, look at all this redstone. We almost have a row of redstone blocks. We have over 3 stacks of iron blocks. So I mean, that's from the iron farm and the witch farm. So they are running super well. Now, we want a bone meal farm, but it's also going to be a moss farm. So we're going to get the bone meal from farming moss. And off camera, I have been doing a little bit of work down here. If you remember, this is where our mine was. And now we just have a huge empty room underneath our base. This was kind of just to collect blocks at first. I was just collecting stone and anything else that we kind of needed. But now we have this huge room down here, and I'm thinking a lot of our farms, maybe we should start moving down here, or at least maybe new farms we should start moving down here. Because if you look, let's see, I think right about here might be underneath the base. So if we're standing right here and we go straight up, oh, here's the farm. Okay, so it looks like this corner is actually underneath our base. Yep. So this corner is underneath our base. Oh, that's right, because this is where we put our little iron pyramid. So all this stuff is loaded in, all these chunks. So we need to make our moss farm, and I think we're going to build it down here because it's kind of big, and I don't want to keep building more farms up there because eventually we're going to have to tear them down because they're not going to fit our theme, or we're going to have to disguise them, and it's just more obstacles to work around. So I'd rather just start building things up here. So I'm going to throw ourselves into replay mode and give you a little bit of a time lapse of this farm. Quick time lapse my ass, dude. This shit gave me a headache. I started this yesterday, rage quit from it, and came back and finally got it working today. So I mean, I'm no redstone expert, but typically I can learn a few things, and I understand how it works once I'm going along. And this one gave me a problem. This is a farm built by Ray's Works, and it's actually a really good farm. The only problem is his video is he messed it up, and in the description he like left a photo trying to show how to like fix it and whatnot. But the problem was that was broken, the spot that he showed us, but there was also a second part broken. So I had to like download the world and creative and see what was going on, and finally got this thing to work. So yeah, kind of massive. Also didn't really realize how tall it is, so I kind of had to like dig up, and we're like really close to the surface, which isn't great, but isn't necessarily a problem as long as we don't have to like come downwards. And I mean, at this point we can't, so we'll have to just work around this. But I'll try to like explain how this works really quickly, because I'm no expert, like I said, but I do kind of get it. So we have this clock here, which is powering these pistons as well as these pistons. And if you see here, this is actually lava, water, boom, creating stone. And as the stone's getting created, these pistons are pushing it. So we're just always pushing stone across. And then if you fly up here, boom, we have up here is a hopper clock. And this hopper clock is doing two things. It's releasing the water, and the other part that it's doing is or is that all that this is doing? No. So it's also connected to this contraption of a thing, and it's creating the actual moss block. So in here we have bone meal, in here hopper, composter hopper. So as the items get pushed off by the water, they get sent up this bubble column right here, boom, and then down this ice path, and they're getting picked up by the hopper. So the hopper's turning the items that we're making right now into bone meal to feed this machine, and you can hear the bone meal just getting spammed into this block to create more and more moss. So that gets picked up here, and it also gets picked up here. So this farm is repeatable. So we have two sections, but you can make as many as you want. Now, any extra items that aren't getting picked up by these hoppers are getting sent into these few hoppers right here. It's a little bit tight. These hoppers right here. The first two is for smelting. The third one is for bone meal, and the fourth one is for extra collection, which I have turned off for now. So if I come back to my body here, I can show you how it works. So the first two is for smelting, as I said. So the azalea leaves and the azalea bush are the two that are getting picked up by these hoppers. Yep, so the azalea bush and the flowering azalea. That's what it is. So those two items specifically are getting picked up and pushed down into this smelting contraption. And I mean, this is pretty simple. So the fuel, the azalea bush and flowering azalea gets pushed into the furnace. Up here, you put in the items that you want to smelt, and out comes the outcome. And then the third one here is making us bone meal. So it's getting, everything else is getting picked up by a hopper, pushed into the composter, and creating us bone meal. And that is what we want. We want the bone meal. So this is going to be great for any farms that we make in the future that are going to require the bone meal, because we're going to need a bunch of it. An absolute megaton of it. I'm back. We're back. You're back. Last elytra. The last elytra we got, or the first elytra we got, just what, 2 episodes ago? That was pain. That was genuine pain in my soul. So we're gonna make sure that doesn't happen again. And we are going to get our elytra, get an extra 1 or 2, and get some shulker boxes and whatnot. But regardless, we're using... Oh, I brought no blocks. Oh well. Should be okay, I think. So, yeah, we're gonna use our elytra to get more elytras. And it shouldn't take 4 hours. It should only take a few, like, minutes or so. Like, it shouldn't take 4 hours. Within an hour, we should have another elytra and a bunch of shulker boxes. That's my goal. Because if we die and lose this one, we're completely screwed. So we need a backup. We need a backup, like, no questions asked. So like last time, we're not going to go true north, south, or east or west. So let's just fly this way out a few thousand blocks. And then we'll turn and see how that goes. Because we already know that these things have been looted for a very long time. So if we just go out this way. Yeah, so see that boat's already been bridged too. That's funny. They were probably so hyped to get that at the beginning of the server when they opened up the end. So yeah, let's get pretty far out here and then try and see if we can find some uncharted lands. Here we go. What the fuck? I didn't even know Enderman could spawn up here. Come on. Oh, I see. Yes, let's go. Let's go. Another one. And I brought my ender chest just in case. Here we go. Here's another one. That was like 1 minute from when I last caught. 1 minute. This is easy mode now. As long as it's here. And it's here. Yeah, we went a good direction. I kind of thought this would be a decent direction. But it absolutely was. Maybe I shouldn't even be grabbing the iron. Oh, here you go. There's no boat again. Oh, there is a boat. Dude, I was gonna say, what the fuck is going on? That would have been some really messed up stuff if there wasn't another boat. Alright, so this is our last one. Let's get what we can. Let's not forget about that guy. We'll remember him. Yep. Elytra? Elytra. Alright, 3 extras. Pick a saddle. I don't really have many saddles at my house. I actually don't think I have any. Here they are. Well, let's get... Dude, has anyone ever seen this? I saw this when they were flying by. They're right next to each other. That's kind of rare, I assume. Not that there's anything super cool about that. It's not like it's two, spawners next to each other or something. But let's see what we got here. So let's pull out all this. Let's get all the rockets out of the way. Throw them all in there. Let's get all the rockets out of the way. And then, I mean, we must have gotten like, I don't know. I don't know how much diamonds exactly we got, but we definitely got a good amount of diamonds. We now have 3 extra elytras. So we can make 28 shulker boxes. That's honestly a good amount. The stack of this, iron, gold. This, I don't know how rare this is, but this is definitely going to be cool. We can use it on our gear to color it differently. And then we got some like new backup pieces of gear and whatnot. So yeah, and then we also got 8 ender chests, 9 ender chests, diamond armor. Yeah, that was a good run. That only took like an hour, maybe a little bit more from start to finish. We got a bunch of stuff that is necessary. We have backup elytra, so we'll probably throw some enchants on those at some point just so they're ready to go. We got the bonemeal farm ready. We got our netherite. This has been quite a productive episode. Got the netherite, set up this damn farm, got our extra elytras, and yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the video with your friends, and goodbye.